105.9 Academy FM.
Folkestone's radio station.
Will I Am with a brilliant The Hardest Ever. Right, we're lucky now. We've got a very special guest live in the studio. Good morning, Jermaine Riley.
Good morning. I'm the lucky one, man. Thanks for having me, man.
How are you? Are you good today?
Good. I'm really good.
So,
I'm surprisingly kind of chirpy to be up this early in the morning. I'm not used to this at all.
Is this quite early for you then? This
is like the crack of dawn for me, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. So, yeah, you guys should feel privileged. No, I'm joking.
Thank you for coming in. Now, Stacey and I think it's Sinem have been looking forward to this moment the most. They tweeted me this morning saying they're really looking forward to you coming in. Now, as someone from the outside, I mean, I think I had heard of you last year. And that's when I first kind of heard from you. But as an R&B artist yourself, I mean, How did it all start for you? Where was the beginning?
Well, you know, it's just hopes and dreams, and no, I'm joking. Basically, I started out in a group. That's where like most people know me from. Yeah, and I suppose it was kind of like hopes and dreams because we were like three South London guys who found, you know, for the lack of a better term, you know, musical kinship, and formed a group. And from what we was doing in the group, everyone was really impressed by it, and you know, we was going around doing local shows in South London and really kind of making a name for ourselves. We had flyers, we passed around our flyers and stuff, and it was we were really building a buzz from like, you know, just from doing these local talent shows and stuff. Like we won UK Unsigned, like won all the heats, and then consequently from that we got signed to an independent, put out 2 commercial releases, and both like top the MTV Base chart for like 23 weeks altogether. And then we got the MOBO nomination in 2007, and then we went to America, got an American record deal, and then we're recording out there. Then we got signed to Neo's production company, and then, you know, but unfortunately, because it's the music industry, it's such a turbulent ride sometimes, and it didn't really we didn't really see it through, or we tried to see it through, and it just didn't work out really. Yeah. But we're all still like, you know, really close, and
this is FDM, yeah.
This is
the
FDM,
group you was part of, yeah.
And did I actually? I didn't even say the name.
No, you didn't even say their name. I've got the notes down here, and I was like, oh yeah, the group FDM. That was your group.
FDM was the name of that group that I was talking about for the last 45 minutes. No, yeah, and it just didn't really work out. But you know, I'm keeping it moving, doing my solo stuff now, and we're all doing our individual things now, and I'm really excited to share my stuff, my personal stuff with the world.
I am sorry, by the way, in advance. For some reason, there's some terrible feedback in these headphones at the moment. I don't know what's happening in here. I don't know if you're getting it through.
The entire time I was telling the story, I was trying to just tune it out, bro.
No, yeah, I don't know what happened then. Sometimes it comes in, sometimes it doesn't. The excuses which I've been told is something to do with France. I don't know. Exactly. So, you don't have to have the headphones on, it's up to you, but, you know, there we go. So, FDM. I was going to talk about FDM. I mean, you told us about your beginning in FDM. I mean, from being in a group, and
that was over 8. Sorry to interrupt. That was over like 8 years, by the way. I just really crammed 8 years into that.
But obviously, like as the start of someone in a group, going from a group to being a solo artist, there is a crossover there because you're used to being with another group of people. So, I mean, how did the transformation go from being as a member of FDM and as a group as you was in, and then becoming the solo artist you are now?
The transition was very difficult because it wasn't like, you know, that you get them solo artists that, you know, go solo and then they're like, oh, I don't want you to mention the group, like, because they think the group is corny or anything like that. Like, I think we were amazing, and it just didn't work out because of like political industry stuff. But I loved being in FDM. Like, I loved it. But, you know, I had to kind of get the courage to kind of go it alone when we couldn't really see eye to eye as to how we were going to move forward as a group, business-wise, creatively and musically, and as brothers, we're always as close as we're ever going to be. So there was no problem on that end, but, you know, I just had to kind of put on my brave face and go it alone because, you know, I had to, you know, go for my dream. and make my dream happen.
I mean, some people would say, you know, even just being an artist and getting up stage, that takes courage. I mean, you're already doing that. Going from a group to a solo artist can't be a problem, but it does take some courage, doesn't it? It does.
Yeah, definitely. Me doing like live shows by myself now, it's definitely a different experience, and you don't have. And right now, like, I haven't got a band yet, so it is literally just me, whatever flavor I can bring to that stage and whatever vibe I can give the audience is literally just me right now. I'm still working on my live show, and I've got a show next week, actually, a couple shows, but you can get all the information on my website, JermaineRiley.com, so yeah.
Yeah, and I do like bigging up the guests on Twitter, and this week I did send you a tweet, and I said we've got the UK's very own Usher. Now, that was a big up.
Thank you, man. I was scared to retweet that.
It is one thing, bigging someone up, and then actually doing it because that's what you actually think. And I'm not going to lie, even though you're sitting there in front of me, you can see the comparisons, like,
thank you, man.
in the mind of your vocal range and your voice and the way you go about your business.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate it. Usher's like...
He's incredible.
Anyone who knows me knows that he's like one of my main influences.
Yeah. No, and I was going to say, I mean, because your vocal range is so varied, and you can tell that on the EP, which we'll come to later, I mean, how do you find that vocal range? Do you go in the studio and try and hit the notes?
How do I find the vocal range? It's so crazy to me to hear you say that, because I still feel like I'm still learning every day, and the album, recording the album, really kind of taught me a lot about myself and what I can and can't do, and even like rehearsing for live stuff. I'm really I had to almost rediscover this instrument that I'm using right now, because obviously in a group you compromise and you do different harmonies and stuff like that. You know, obviously I sung lead a lot of the time, but at the same time, you know,
you've got other people complimenting you. Yeah.
All of us really worked well, because like if we went into the studio, it would be like, okay, cool, Varen's going to sing that part and Kyle's going to sing this part, and Jermaine, cool, you're going to sing that first verse, and then whoever's going to do the ad-libs at the end. You get what I'm saying? You can bounce off each other. But, you know, when everything's all on you, you have to kind of, you know, Kyle would usually sing this part, but I'm going to go for it now. Do you know what I'm saying?
Totally.
You got to just bring it from somewhere and just go for it, really. And like I said, I'm still learning how to use it. So it's so funny for you to say that, like, you know, how do I find my vocal range? Because I feel like I'm still kind of
finding it.
I'm still finding it, and I've got... in terms of where I want to be, I've got a long way to go, so... Yeah,
but I mean, it's true, though. You do have such a varied vocal range, because you listen to Smallville, which we're going to play later on, but also you listen to your track with Danao.
Yeah.
You know, you do... If you listen to that and then listen to Smallville, you can see... You know it's the same person, but also there's different keys on each song. You know, you're hitting different notes. So it is true that you do have you are varied. You can hit the different notes.
I tried to bring like different flavors to each song as well. I tried to kind of give. I wanted there to be a song for everyone on the album. I didn't want it to be like, okay, cool, it's just for this particular one audience. I know, like, if you listen to the album, there, like, I pray and fingers crossed that there is at least one song that you like up there. So there's a song for everyone. I really tried to, you know, there's this R&B slow jam, there's the more up-tempo stuff like Key to the City, there's like, you know, the more kind of Ed Sheeran, Lily Allen stuff on there. What else is there? Yeah, there's like more almost hip-hop tinged stuff like Nobody Else, that's got kind of like a laid-back bounce to it. And yeah, there's like, you know, what else is there? There's a lot of different flavors. There's a lot of different colours on there, and I really wanted to kind of please everyone, so no one would like listen to my album and be disappointed.
So as it comes to inspirations, we mentioned Usher. I mean, in terms of inspirations, who do you look up to? Like now, who did you look up to?
Well, my childhood was practically like Michael Jackson, like all the way, like, and not even because of the singing, it's mainly the dancing that kind of got me to, you know, that's what taught me about dancing, really. Like Michael Jackson, I was just in front of the TV, like stuck, glued to the TV, rewinding and over again, and moving the coffee table out the way and just practicing and like, and just really just going all out. And I was never scared when it came to like little like parties and fancy dress stuff, and like I would always just bring out the Michael Jackson, like even in church when I was younger, like Michael Jackson would come out, like I was like a little clone back then, like, you know, wedding receptions and all that. So Michael was my main influence. But when I like got to school, like I don't like, was it 7 or 8? Like when I started like proper like listening to music as opposed to just to dancing to it. You know, Brandy, Whitney Houston, Mary J. Blige, and then obviously onto secondary school, you know, Usher and different artists like Joe and Mariah and just like different flavors. And Boyz II Men, sorry. Boyz II Men is my all-time favorite group. So yeah, and Boyz II Men and Boyz II Men kind of taught me about, you know, harmonies and stuff like that. So I've had a whole bunch of different influences, and I really try and assimilate the best stuff from each different artist that I listen to, and I really just want to kind of show different flavors within my stuff. I think from listening to my album, you'll be able to hear, you know, I'd like to think you'd be able to hear, you know, a greatness that is kind of reminiscent of what I've been listening to my whole life. So yeah.
We'll come back, we chat about the EP Hello Earth, and you working as well with one of my favourite artists, Dano. I think he's incredible. We'll come back, chat about that, you know, the future, and of course the record Smallville, which we're going to play later on. We've got some Lightning Seas to play you. First of all, this is Amy Winehouse.
Academy FM Folkestone
on 105.9 FM
and online at academyfmfolkstone.com.
Lightning Seeds, and you're listening to 105.9 Academy FM. It's Saturday, we're here till 1. At midday, we've got Tom Bishop on the show attempting a Guinness World Record. We're looking forward to that, aren't we, Amy?
Yes.
We are really looking forward to that. We've still got R&B sensei Jermaine Riley in the studio.
Hello.
Are you alright?
Round of applause.
Yeah, sorry. We've got to do it this week. Last week, we had a local band called Shoots in the studio, and they demanded a standing ovation. Now, I know that's a bit OTT, but we done it, because, you know, we accept our guests. So we chatted at the start about the beginning, and you know, you being in the group FDM.
Yeah.
Now, your recent EP, Hello Earth. Now, we were just chatting about it, and there's a great balance on it, and it's had over 80,000 downloads, which is just incredible.
It's crazy.
I mean, just tell us in general about the EP. I mean, last week, Shoots didn't sell it at all. They sat there and said, no one should buy it if you want to be happy. So,
wow.
You know, they didn't sell it. Can you like kind of sell your EP in a better way than that?
Yes.
Yes, go for it. Let's hear it.
Hello Earth is, you know, a really feel-good album that you can play from start to finish. I believe there's a song on there for everyone. You know, you could play it at a party, you can literally play it around the house, doing your housework, doing your homework, literally in the car. Like, it's a perfect driving album. And I just think it's one of, it is the most, I'm most proud of this project out of everything I've done.
Yeah.
As a solo artist, like, I'm really proud of this project, and it's got incredible production on there. Harmony, who produced Keith of the City and Smallville, also produced Champion for Chris Brown and Chipmunk, and what's that Neo one? Jennifer Hudson and Neo, that new Jennifer Hudson, he's also done that song as well. Dreddy, who's done a lot of stuff for Busta Rhymes, and you know, 50 Cent and Young Jeezy, he's also on the project. Park and James, who did Do It Like I Do for Jessie J, his production is on there. And yeah, I've got up and coming producers, really talented guys on there as well. And
I mean, you've got some great collabs on there as well.
Yeah,
I mean, you got like
I was just getting to the collaborations.
Yeah, and I mean, that's just the start. The people who produced it. I mean, listen to the collaborations on this EP. I mean, it's incredible who you've got to go on there, and you got one of my favourite artists on there as well. You tell them. You tell them straight up.
One of his favourite artists, guys.
One of my favourite
artists.
Is in fact. Oh,
so yeah, he just told me off air that Key to the City is his favourite song in the world right now. So I'm really, really honoured.
Deneo is incredible. We had Belle.
So sick.
I don't know if you watched Got to Dance on Sky One.
Yeah.
She was the young female hip hop dancer. She's recently been in a video with him called Big Ben.
Okay.
We had her in the other week, and she was telling us, and I'm just, do you know what? I need to meet this guy because I'm getting jealous.
He
of
is
people.
Seriously the coolest dude.
The people coming into the studio saying they've not just met him but worked with him, and I'm just sitting there like.
It's a pleasure to work
I'm a
with as
crazy
well.
fan.
Like, he really kind of helped me like a lot when it came to my confidence going from the group to a solo artist. So I really like I'm really thankful to him for like words of encouragement and always like kind of letting me know that I can do this. And like he's one of the features. He killed Key to the City. We got Lioness on there. We got my girl Cherry V on there. Marcus Ari, and my younger brother Sean Riley's on there as well. So that's all the features, isn't it?
Cherry V, she was on the female remix of Game Over, wasn't she? She's got an incredible voice on that. That's what I remember that name from.
Yes, incredible indeed. Voice. Yeah, that's that. Like we got a lot of future stuff to do as well. Like we're working on a few things right now. So look out for that because that's going to be next level. So yeah. So
you're just talking about Deneo. One of the things we've got down here is working with Deneo. I mean, he's not just a brilliant kind of... He can let's say that he can rap. He can also sing. He can sing. He
like
can
literally
produce.
Arrange and produce. He's an entity. He's an all-round entity. Like he's dope. And it was an unlikely collaboration because I honestly didn't think he'd be down because of his sound and everything. I didn't think he'd want to jump on Key to the City, but upon hearing it, he was like, yeah, let me be on this. And I was like, oh, okay, cool, I'll send it to you. And he sent it back to me and came out amazing. And I was like, whoa. So we had to shoot a video to it. It was the second single, and I think it's, close to 40,000 views on YouTube right now. So, it debuted on MTV Base as well, and it's on all the video channels, and so and this is a free project that I made in my bedroom, guys. So
what? Hello to Earth. Hello
Earth.
Sorry.
Yeah. So me and my laptop. So it's a real blessing, and I'm really, really thankful. So that's all the reasons why you should get my album Hello Earth.
I don't know if we can give any more reasons.
Sorry. It's free as well. So.
That's sold. Surely that is sold. It's free.
Come on, guys.
It's got so many. What did you say? You were saying something about you want 100,000.
Yeah, that's that. When I get 100,000 downloads, then I'll be like, cool. I'll put it to bed. I'll put it to sleep.
And we're not far. The link. No, I'm definitely putting up the link in a bit. We need to help get to that 100,000.
Yes,
it's an incredible EP. You should go and check it out.
Thank you, man.
Future plans. I mean, we talk about Smallville in a minute, which I believe is like the next kind of, if you like, single going out there.
Yeah.
I mean, the future plans. Surely you've got a kind of commercial release on the way because it has to be done, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, it's a great stepping stone. I really wanted to bridge the gap from being in a group to a solo artist, and the reason why, a lot of people were like, "Why are you putting this stuff out for free? You've got amazing producers and features, and the music sounds incredible. Why are you putting out for free? I mean, you could get money from this." And it's just like, I really think it's important to solidify my identity as a solo artist, and so people understand the brand and understand my sound and understand what I'm about and understand what my capabilities are, and not have a barrier of whether it be 79p to get a hold of my music. Like literally, like there should be no hesitation. All you have to do is a couple clicks from your computer and you can just listen to it.
Have you for free, basically.
Exactly. So I really wanted to have this project, Hello Earth project, to bridge the gap to the commercial release that will probably be either towards the end of this year or like early next year, like top of the year. So
it's you've got plans for that next single, and it's summer. I mean, have you got many festivals, many gigs planned for over the summer?
I have, I'm in talks with a couple people in terms of shows and stuff, and getting on other people's shows, because I've been collaborating a lot as well. So a lot of people want me to do the songs that I've done with them for like festivals and stuff like that. So you'll be seeing me a lot around the summer. And
Brilliant.
FYI, we just shot the video to Smallville a couple of weeks ago.
You told me that we're in for a visual treat apparently
Yes,
in Smallville.
you are. It's very cinematic, which what I'd like to think is very cinematic. I haven't actually seen the final grade, but I've seen the rough edit, and I was just like, well, yeah, we nailed it. We nailed it, guys. So hopefully my fans will enjoy that, and I'm really appreciative of all the support from, you know, radio like you guys and my heroes, because it helps me just, you know, get to the next project and get to the next song, get to the next video and get to the next album. So
yeah. So tell us a bit about Smallville. I mean, I played a little bit of it to Amy, and she was like, "Do you know what? I can't wait to hear this in full." And it is a great track. So tell us a bit about it.
Yeah, like I said earlier, Smallville was produced by Harmony, who just recently won a Grammy. Actually, round of applause for Harmony. Yeah,
incredible.
For his work on Chris Brown's Fame album. So that's produced by Harmony, and he basically sent me the song. And he sent me 2 songs. He sent me the beat for Key to the City, and he sent me this one. And as soon as I heard both, I came up with the idea for both, like, straight away. Like, you know, that I think a lot of writers, you know, try and overthink stuff, and, you know, because you want it to be the best possible song. But I really don't approach music like that. I think, you know, it's always best to go with the first melody that comes to your head and the first kind of lyrics that come instinctively to you. So I really approach both songs like that. And Smallville is basically talking about you know, Superman has Lois Lane, and it gets to a point where in every relationship you have to, you know, meet the parents. So,
right, yeah.
So it's basically talking to Lois and saying, you know, we've been doing this for a while now, and I think it's time that I take you back to Smallville to meet, you know, my family and see where I grew up and see how I became a man and you know, see the foundations of Superman, essentially. So, yeah.
It sounds brilliant. We're going to stick it on after community contacts. Thank you for coming in. Thank you.
No
for
worries,
It's been
man.
great
Thank you for
speaking to
having me, man. It's been really fun.
Twitter is at Jermaine_Riley.
Yes.
Facebook, is there a special link to that, or do they just have to search Jermaine Riley?
/ Jermaine Riley Music, and my website, which has everything, like in terms of like my blog and news updates and the gallery and all that stuff, is JermaineRiley.com. JermaineRiley.com.
And if you didn't hear that, we'll stick up the links in just a second. Let's give one more round of applause. Thanks, Jermaine Riley.
Thank you, man.
Academy FM Folkestone.
On 105.9 FM.
And online at academyfmfolkstone.com.